Hello, welcome to Physics Science with Miguel Lorenzo. On this new lesson, we're going to be learning more about uniform rectilinear motion. Of course, first I would like to ask you something. Have you ever noticed a curious phenomenon while walking in a straight path and checking your watch? If so, let me tell you that you might have observed that you cover the same distance in the same interval of time, regardless of the pace of your steps. This interesting observation hints a fundamental concept in physics known as uniform rectilinear motion. In this case, you might be asking yourself, what is it? And of course, I'm here to help you and explain you what uniform rectilinear motion is. This is also known as uniform linear motion, refers to the motion of an object that travels along a straight path or straight line at a constant velocity. In this type of motion, the object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, and its velocity remains constant throughout the motion. As well, to have a deeper understanding, we have here this picture where you can see and understand more. First, let me explain you that you have here the red car. On this red car, you're able to see that on the first second, it covers a distance of 8 meters. On the next second, it's going to cover another 8 meters and so on. This is basically the main reason why it is uniform rectilinear motion, because it covers equal distances in equal interval of time. As well, to have a better and a deep understanding of uniform rectilinear motion, we need to know what position and time means. First, what is position? In this case, the position refers to the location of an object relative to a point or a coordinate system. In this case, we're going to be using a one-dimensional coordinate system where you can either move forward or backward, meaning that moving forward is positive and moving backward is negative. Now, let's talk about time. Essentially, everybody has a definition of time, but as we are working on physics, we are going to be focused on one definition, which is that time in physics is a fundamental dimension that measures reference the progression of events and plays a critical role in describing the behavior of physical systems. Now, you're going to be able to see the main characteristics of the uniform rectilinear motion. In this case, here we have the list. First, you are able to see a straight path or actually a straight line. On second place, we have constant velocity and no acceleration. You will see why. On third, equal distances and equal interval of time. On the first characteristic, here we have a straight path. Basically, this means that the motion occurs along a straight line or path without deviating from it. As you can see here on the picture, there is someone walking and describing a rectilinear motion. Basically, this means that the object trajectory does not involve any curve, as you can see here, or changes in its direction. On the second place, we have constant velocity. This means that the object moves at a constant velocity throughout its motion. This implies that the velocity, which is the rate of change of its position with respect of time, remains constant. In other words, the object covers the same distance in equal interval of time. As a second implication in this case, there is no acceleration. And let me explain you why. Acceleration is the rate of a change of its velocity with respect to the time. In this case, since velocity is always constant, acceleration is equal to 0. And here we have one more time on the third place, equal distances and equal interval of time. Because the object travels at a constant velocity, it covers equal distances in equal interval of time. For example, if the object covers 5 meters in the first second, of course, in the next second it's going to cover another 5 meters, and so on. After all of this, you might be asking yourself, where else can I see it? And of course, I'm here to help you and guide you through the process of learning. Therefore, I have an excellent example for you to understand and have a deeper understanding of uniform rectilinear motion. Here I have the example for you to have a deeper understanding of the topic, uniform rectilinear motion. Let's imagine the following. You're on your bike, traveling along a straight path from your house, which is this one, and you are moving toward to your school. Therefore, you are describing a rectilinear motion. Now, it is uniform because your speed or velocity is 5 meters per second. This means that every second you're going to cover 5 meters. This is why it is uniform rectilinear motion. Now, knowing all of this, can you dare to tell me more or another example of uniform rectilinear motion? Now, by understanding uniform rectilinear motion, we gain insight into the fundamental principle that govern the motion of objects in our everyday life and the universe. Whether we're walking down the street or observing the motion of celestial bodies, we're able to observe the uniform rectilinear motion and some other phenomena that we're going to be discussing in the next lesson.